Hello everyone, it's Miss Hanson here with another maths video for you. This time it's going to be column subtraction. The first step again is to making sure we've lined our numbers up accurately in the correct columns, but also checking that the highest number is on the top line. If we don't put the highest number on the top line, then the process won't work correctly. So you start off with your highest number, taking away your lower number, and then you move to the right hand side column to where your units are, and you can start doing the subtraction step. So 5 subtract 8, we know that we can't do, so what we need to do is exchange 1 from the 2 in the next column. That will become a 1, the other one will go on to that 5 there to make 15. Then we do the 15, subtract the 8, which will leave us with 7. And we move back onto the next column, and then it's 1 subtract 3. We know we can't do this again, so then we need to go to the next column to do another exchange. That will leave us with 3 there, and this one will now be 11. So we've got 11, and we're going to subtract 3, which equals 8. Move on to the next column again. Now we're left with a 3, subtracting an 8, which we know we can't do, so we need to go to this 6 here and exchange 1. So that will leave us with 5. That will now be 13. So you've got the 13, subtract the 8, which leaves us with 5. And then 5, subtract the 2, which will leave us with 3. So you can get to that final answer. Making sure we're only taking 1 during those exchanges. If you've got a 1 is one of these numbers and you exchange, then it'll be a 0 that you are left with. Moving on to one which involves decimals. Making sure we put the decimal point in the correct column and actually put that in first so you know that it's going to be there and you know you're going to remember to have used it. So then you've got, start off on the right hand side, and we've got 2 subtract 9. We know we're not able to do that, so we go to the 4. That one will become a 3, and we put the 1 next to the 2 there to make a 12. So we've got 12 subtract 9, which will equal 3. Then we come back to this point where we've got 3 subtract 6. We can't do that. Now we know we've got the decimal point there, so we need to move to this 3 over here and exchange 1 from this point. So that will be a 2. And that will become a 13. So we've got 13, subtract our 6, which will leave us with 7. And then we come back to this final set of units here, where we've got 2, subtract 1, which will equal 1. And we'll get you to your final answer. If you've got a 0, so 30 for example, and we're going to be taking away 9 from here, what you do is just take 1 from next door, which will give you 10, and then you can do the subtraction step. If you get a problem where you've got a 0 in the next column, and you're trying to take something off where you need to do some exchanging, you can't go on to the 0, but you can go on to the 3 first. That'll become a 2, which would make that a 10 first. Then you can do the exchange from that point, and that'll become a 9, and then that would become a 14, so you could do that step. Any problems, just message me and I'll help get back to you. Thank you.